All right, hello, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe. I am here at the Willowbrook Mall in New Jersey with our Rivian. We are charging on this Volta charger, which is nice. I haven't used one of these in a while. We're getting 7 kilowatts, which is great. We're specifically here between the Cheesecake Factory and Buffalo Wild Wings because this is where they have all of the Teslas lined up to do a self-service drive. So I'm going to be checking out the new Model 3 refresh, also known as Highland here. Comparing it with our the older version and our Model Y, and come along with me. Let's drive. All right, so here we go. Here is the Model 3, the Highland, as it was internally known, just the refresh now, or just the Model 3 is what they call it. But looking pretty nice. I like this color. The new wheels here are looking pretty good too. I think those look a lot nicer than the old Aero cover ones. Let's see what else here. From the outside, you can see one of the changes here is that they no longer just have the Tesla logo like this, and instead have it spelled out like Tesla. We've got Florida manufacturer plates for some reason, which is interesting. And yeah, you can just see like a little bit of changes here to the tail lights. It's probably one of the easier ways to notice this. So we've got just the dual motor here, not a performance, not a standard range one. So basically the standard long range here. Yeah, I like these wheels. They look cool. Like I like even the little valve cover there is nice, and the logo in the center. Those look great. Car looks nice and clean. They did a good job of this. I've seen a couple of other ones where looks like maybe they needed to do a better job keeping it clean. And then really the biggest noticeable difference here is in the front fascia here. See, like it's a little bit more swooped down, a little more angular almost, I'd say, and a little more aggressive, like here in the headlights, and like this longer white stripe part here. So yeah, it's been a while since I've driven a Model 3. We used to have one. We had a standard range and then got a long range one, but we ended up flipping it immediately to get the Model Y to have a little bit more space. So this is going to be cool to get back in one and see how this compares to what we used to have in the Model 3 and also our current Model Y. So here's just the Model Ys for comparison's sake, and you can see, you know, especially different like in the headlights here and just like the nose itself. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I really like how they do these demo drives too, especially this. This is like fully self-service. It's not even like a Tesla showroom or anything here. You just come to the parking lot. As long as you have the app installed, you have a little button in there that you can click and check in. All I had to do was upload my driver's license and I have approval. And basically it just tells you exactly where the car is. I hit the button and like I even just heard it unlocking. And now it's mine to drive. So this is awesome. We've got 30 minutes with it. They actually want you to go check out the supercharger and charge there. So we're going to try to do that as well. And let's check out the inside now. All right, so we're in here already, and a bunch of interesting stuff in here. But first off, I accidentally used like the wrong email and phone number to do this. I kind of forgot which one I had my Tesla account under, so it was not paired with my existing profile. So none of my settings transferred over here. So my knees are like up in my face, and the seat's way up. So I'm gonna get that adjusted first. But yeah, here we are inside. Let me take you on a little bit of a. All right, so first up, we'll start and get the most controversial stuff out of the way here. So this is the steering wheel, and as you can see, there are no stalks here for the turn signal, windshield washer, gear selection, or anything like that. It is all just these buttons on the side here, and that is definitely something interesting and something to get used to. Now, the turn signals are here. Okay, so they are actually like slight clicky buttons. Kind of feels like the trackpad on the on a MacBook Pro, where it's kind of tricking you. Or no, I guess it is actually moving. I can feel it flex. Okay, yeah, no, it's an actual physical button that moves. So we've got that for the turn signals, which is a little bit weird just to get used to. I know I'm going to be, you know, swiping over here a bunch to turn it on and off. And it's just weird that, you know, as you kind of turn the wheel, it's going to move with that, of course. So that's probably the biggest thing to get used to. The drive selection itself, right? So when I my foot on the brake here, I don't actually know where you put it in here because this is all a little bit different. Okay, no, oh, you put it up here. Okay, there we go. So now you can see basically my selection is up here. So it has me automatically in, oh, it just has me in park. So this actually has not selected. So I'll have to swipe on here to decide if I want to go forward or back. So you have the selection there. I thought you also had it up here, but I'm not seeing anything up here. So I guess you've only got the screen. And then the horn itself, on the S and X where they got rid of the stalks, you have like a little button over here, and a lot of people don't like that. So they did actually move it back here, and we have like an actual real button now for it. So that's good at least. So yeah, I mean, windshield wipers here. Not sure how I'm going to like this. This is probably a thing that would keep me away from it, but you know, I am sure you at least get used to like the wiper and stuff being here. Turn signals are a different thing entirely. So I don't know what to make of that. But anyway, so let's take a little bit more of a tour here. So start kind of down here. So we've got our 2 wireless phone charging pads here. Interesting that they moved like where you put the key now for it knowing that you're in here to here. Doesn't really make that much of a difference because most of the time you're going to be using your phone as a key anyway. But in the older versions, you would actually put it down here kind of behind the cup holder. So that's a little bit of a different thing here. Then we've got like the slide-in drawer here. This is pretty much the same that it's been. Cup holder here underneath, which is a little bit different. And then this like extra thing here to cover that up if you want to get rid of it. So that's interesting. And they got like this kind of silver, almost like meshy design on here. So I do like that you can have these like individually open and actually close off your cup holder if you're not using it. That's nice. We've got, let's see, cigarette lighter plug here, 12-volt plug. Presumably USB-C. Oh, that goes like deep in there. Trying to feel. I think there's USB-C in there, or is it maybe in here? Can't see anything with this. How bright the sun is today. Oh, there's one USB-C here. Odd that there's only one. Don't know about that. Intriguing. Yeah, and then otherwise just some like styling changes in here. So we've got this ambient light bar in here with this red color. We can change that through the screen here to anything that we like. The seats themselves now are this like ventilated kind of meshy material. So far, pretty comfortable. I wouldn't say it's like a major difference from the existing Model Y, but it does feel comfortable. It's pretty well bolstered and stuff. Check it out a little bit more as we drive. And then we've got like this, you know, kind of suede Alcantara look now. No more wood in here. This is just like a. That's interesting. Yeah, it's got some texture on it, and then like this sort of you know, more like woven clothy material up there. So yeah, some changes around in here. We'll get in the back seat in a minute and check that out. And then here in the screen, not really too much different, to be honest. Let's see, should be, you know, I think, yeah, nice and snappy, always has been. Yeah, no concerns with that at all. This Tesla has always done this fantastic. I've never like had an issue with the usability here and on the screens in these. And this seems to be super great and responsive as well. All right, so now they want us to head to a supercharger. So let's see, what's the closest one here? There we go. Parsippany one? Boonton. Let's do Parsippany. We're like probably 10, 12 minutes away from there.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Willowbrook Boulevard.
All right, we will do that. We are preconditioning already. And yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that was very snappy. So yeah, we'll check out the charging performance here. It's not going to be great. We're only going to charge for like a minute or two just to kind of see how it goes. We're at 70% anyway, 77%, 241 miles. So lots of range here in the 3, which is nice. So yeah, we've got all of the controls here for opening the front and the trunk. Nothing really different there compared to the older one. Let's see, actually, like when we go reverse, right? Oh yeah, this has got the newer visualization on here, which for some reason our Y has not gotten, even though I think we're supposed to, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, yeah, so we can like see here, you know, kind of exactly what's around us, or at least what the car thinks is around us. So that's not, you know, too far off. I think there's a car pulling in there. Oh, I guess there was, yeah. There was a car pulling in there. Okay. All right, but before we go, let's check out the back seat, and then we'll check out some of the features as we're driving here. So here's your door handle thing. This button is a little bit different. It's a little more like obvious there. And
in 500 feet, okay, turn left onto Willowbrook Boulevard.
Yeah, so that's a little more obvious. We've also got this little like stand down here, or latch that will pull the door in for a little bit tighter seal, which is cool. We've got double pane glass here on the windows. Back should be the, yeah, same here in the, is it? Yeah, same here in the back now. we've got, oh, you've got the light bar even here in the back, which I didn't realize. And here's your seats. So these ones are not ventilated, but they are heated. You've got sort of just like this jump seat, almost like bench in the middle, which I've always found super uncomfortable and is a big reason that we got rid of our 3 for a Y, to have a little bit more room with the kids. But you do have like a headrest there at least. And then other big change here is so here's legroom. That's where my seat is for, I don't know if it went to easy. No, this is where I left my seat for driving. I do not have very much legroom back here. I've not checked this out recently in the Y, but yeah, that's not a whole lot. Part of it is like the way that the seat is kind of built in here, like this bench seat. I feel like my knees are like higher up than my my butt. So that's reducing a little bit. Yeah, I've got some headroom here, not very much actually, like barely a fist. I'm like 6'1". I'm also slouching a little bit, so that's a little bit odd. But yeah, seat itself is comfortable. Like I don't think I'd want to be in here for hours, but not bad for, you know, maybe an hour or so road trip. And then we have also got this new screen back here, which feels almost exactly like the aftermarket ones that I've tested out, but now it is just built in here, which is nice. We got 2 USB-C ports down here. So you have the ability to do your climate control back here. I don't know why it's not working, but okay. Heated seats, music. I don't know if we're in like demo mode or something. Why it's not working. Weird. Okay. And then you have games and the theater mode for like Netflix and Disney and stuff back here. This is nice. This would be good to have with the kids, although like the third-party one that we've got kind of serves the same purpose. And I don't really want the kids like staring down at this while we're driving anyway, so I don't think we would honestly use this all that much. Honestly, like they kind of prefer just looking at the screen up there that is bigger when we're stopped charging and everything. So, I mean, it's nice that it's here, but I don't know how much this would really get used for us at least. All right, so we're driving the Model 3 here. Oh, my mirrors are not pointing anywhere near where I need them to be. Okay. Good thing we have all these cameras. Yeah, that's nice at least. Like, it's actually probably better than some of the mirrors here. Oh, already looking for the stalk to change direction. All right, so we got to slide our finger here now to go forward. And yeah, there we go. All right. All right, feels good. Yeah, this feels so low on the ground compared to the Y, you know, that I've gotten used to. Like we're right on the road. I really love, this was like one of my favorite things when we had our 3 was just how, I can't find the, there we go. Like being this close to the ground, the sporty feeling and everything, like this feels, you know, much more like a sports sedan, basically, you know, like something more like a,
now turn left onto Willowbrook Boulevard.
Sorry, turn that off. You know, something much more like a BMW 3 Series or, you know, something like that. All right, let me get out of here first before we really kind of explore the drive of this too much. Okay, yeah, so yeah, because you're lower to the ground, the handling itself is definitely, you know, you get a lot less roll than you do in the Model Y. Going around the turn, especially like low speed cornering like this, you know, I really don't feel very much body roll at all. Yeah, I mean, there's a tiny bit. All right, let's see when we go a little bit faster how it does. That was sort of like a reverse camber turn there, and felt it a little bit, but definitely much less than you would feel in the Model Y. I keep looking for the turn signal stock. It is
in 500 feet.
Absolutely the thing that you're gonna.
US Highway 46 ramp.
It's absolutely the thing that you're gonna kind of mess up the most here. All right, so we've got FSD and navigate on autopilot enabled. So get that going in a second here. I actually have not done either of those before, so that's exciting. I don't really trust it here at the red light to engage, so we're not going to be doing that. All right, now what we can do here, so 90, 30 north, okay. All right, turn signal. All right, let's see here. Oh, all right, hey, not bad. move the phone camera more than was really necessary. It made it seem like that was a lot more acceleration than there really was. I mean, it's fine. I feel like our Model Y is just as sporty. You gotta be quiet, dude. All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine. That's not mind-blowing acceleration by any means in here. The Rivian is considerably different. Like, obviously, very different cars, very different price range, everything. They're not direct competitors, but this, I don't know, maybe I've gotten jaded with EV acceleration now. Like that didn't feel like all that much. And it does a pretty good job of knowing when to disengage the turn signal. So we've got that feature in the Model Y also, where it actually uses like the cameras and you know, sort of like the autopilot system to detect when you're done with, like, you know, either merging or changing lanes or turning, and it'll just turn the turn signal off for you at that point. So that's working pretty well here, and actually that, you know, it is like one reason that you don't need the Stalks quite as much, but I don't know, still not used to it. So now, all right, so we're on auto steer. Now we're gonna do navigate. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, well, there we go. Confirm lane change, use turn signal. Sure. We have to wait until there's space. Okay. All right, is it going? Oh, it's accelerating, pulling over. All right, that was all right. Not super smooth, and it could be accelerating a bit faster right now. There we go. I'm going to take over because I don't want to get rear-ended here in New Jersey and not my car. All right, yeah, not too bad. All right, now let's see. Is it going to lane change us back into the other lane? Let's go back down to, like, yeah, let's go just smidge. All right. All right, Tesla, let's see. You passed the German Autobahn driving test? No, we should be moving over because there's no one over there. All right, we're going to do it ourselves. That is pretty nice. All right. Good implementation. Still absolutely would not pay for the enhanced autopilot at the price it is, but I mean, that's pretty good. I honestly like what Rivian does much more. You don't pay anything extra for it, and it's only on pre-mapped highways, so you can't do it everywhere, but it would be available here. And so for that, it kind of works very similar to Autopilot. You engage it, and then when you want to do a lane change, you initiate it yourself, but and you're like actually in control. But basically, it knows that you're making a lane change, disengages like the steering part of it. You make the lane change, and it immediately re-engages it as soon as you're like into the other lane and locks it back on. I think that is a really nice implementation. This is quite good, but like this is essentially like the enhanced version here that does like the automatic lane changes. But yeah, not bad. I like that, but I would not pay extra for it. All right, so I can't wait to check out this supercharger. I actually drove by it before, and it was pretty packed. Let's actually see. I think that there are 4 available out of 12. It's a mostly V3 supercharger. Actually, I don't know if it entirely is now. It used to be V2, and then they kind of dug it all up and upgraded it. And now it's got a bunch of V3s, but I don't know if the entire thing is or not. And then there's also an EVGo installed there. They've got 2 faster chargers, 2 slower ones. I don't remember the exact kilowatts for them, but I'll take a look. And yeah, it's a pretty cool site. It is actually not NACS enabled though, which I think is pretty interesting. So I don't know. Oh, it's doing it for me. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! It's a little funky. All right. Let's see. Navigate. Okay, stopping for traffic control. Okay. What's it gonna do? All right, we are hovering as close as I can over the brakes here. All right, not gonna turn signal. All right. We will do it ourselves. Yeah, I don't trust you for that, my friend. All right. Yeah. So this one is not NACS enabled, which is kind of intriguing. I don't know if it's because it was an upgraded V3 one, if it's like a demand thing or kind of what here, but yeah, you cannot bring another NACS plugged vehicle or even like one with an adapter in charge here, which strange. All right, so here are some of the details on here. This is a Model 3 long-range dual motor, 48 miles only on here. This has got FSD, not only the computer and capability, but it's actually included on here, so we should be able to use that, but it says that we need a software update for it. We're in V11 of the software. Update available. I might try to do that while we're charging here. And yeah, here's everything we've got in here. Trying to figure out the name of the color. I think this is the Stealth Gray. That's only available on this now, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks great. I really do like this color. Not sure it's exactly the one I would go for, but it's definitely nice, and a nice update from like some of the older colors that they had. Speaking of, look at the purple Nissan Ariya over there, charging at EVGo. All right, so charging our Model 3. Yeah, so we've got nice V3 ones here. I really don't understand why this is not NACS enabled, but it is not. So you can just see, look at the massive installation that we've got here. So there's 2 slower EVGo ones, 2 faster power ones. What are they? I can't see. I'll go check them out in a minute. And then we've got the 12 Tesla ones all here. actually pretty used today. All right, so we were preconditioning for a while. Let's see, we're getting 50 kilowatts. I mean, we're at 80% like already, or almost 80% already, so no surprise there. But yeah, I mean, it's charging fine, so that's something good. Let's actually just check out our trunk space here while we're at it. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is one of the big limitations in the Model 3 also, is you got like this, like the shape here. It's not a true hatchback, so you gotta fit stuff in here, and the height here, it could be like a limiting factor. So yeah, you got space now here, like down on both sides, which I think you didn't used to have in the 3. We do in our Y though. It's like here's space for your speakers. Interesting that it's just like hanging out there and there's no covering on here. I believe it's supposed to be like that, but that's a little bit odd. And so a decent amount of space in here, and then this underfloor storage space that's pretty huge here, which is great. So no mobile connector anymore, just a little J1772 adapter and license plate mount, and that's it. So that's everything you get with this now. And it is a powered lift and close, which is nice. Oh, there you go. All right, so we're all done charging now. Decent charging here. Wasn't expecting anything else. But yeah, so now we're going to go head back, and just wanted to show the ambient lighting here while we're in here. All right, so we can change it here in the light menu, and right now we're in red. We can go to blue. It's cool, blue, purple, and basically anything here from the color wheel, which is cool. Oh, it changes like pretty fast. That's nice and responsive. Yeah, that's cool. I feel like you would just totally get used to this and not really even like notice that you had it after a little while. But you know, especially at night, that's kind of nice. Little touch here makes it feel a little more premium. Yeah, not bad. Got some interesting other Teslas here. We got a old what is that one? P80V. Another older Model Y over here. This station is quite busy. A lot of Teslas in and out here. And Aria is still charging over there. All right, we're all charged up now. I'm gonna head out of here. Let's see. I feel like I haven't been able to like really kind of test out the driving here, so let's try that. One of the things that is supposed to be upgraded here is the suspension. It's supposed to be a little bit more comfortable, and the ride's supposed to be better. Noise isolation is supposed to be you know, a bit better too. So let me test that out. Let me get the air off so that we can actually hear. It does seem quiet now that I think about it. A little bit more quiet than the Y. The Y, you don't notice the noise so much like until you get on the highway. But the wheel noise once you're over like 70 or so is just really crazy. So let's see. I didn't really notice that when we were on the highway here, but and take a better listen now. So purposely take some potholes here, take it a little aggressive. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, handling's pretty good. There's a little bit of little play here in the wheel, but yeah, pretty tight. I wouldn't say this is like the most sporty feeling, but it's not bad. Sports sedan-y maybe. Definitely not like as tightly wound here as like a BMW or something, but yeah, it's not bad. Handling itself, let's see here. Yeah, it's okay. Again, I'm not noticing much of a difference. I'm not noticing much of a difference in the handling here versus the old Model 3. Feels about the same to me, to be honest. It's comfortable. I'd say, like, if anything, I would describe this a little bit more as being like a little bit more comfortable than sporty. But I mean, yeah, suspension, like the ride itself it's nice. It's not like wafty. It's not bouncy. I mean, it's also not like super stiffly, you know, sprung like sporty would be, a sports car would be. It's nice. It's pleasant. Like, this is definitely tuned to be kind of your road trip car, your cruiser. You know, almost like a Grand Tourer maybe. You know, kind of optimal for like being on the highway basically. Yeah, noise isolation here is actually not bad. Like, a dump truck just went right past me, and it is definitely a lot quieter than our Model Y, and a lot quieter than the old like 2018 Model 3 that we had that didn't have like the dual pane glass and everything. So exterior noise isolation, I'd say, is a step up in here. It's not like significant. I don't know if this is a reason to, you know, specifically go for this over like a different car, but it's okay. All right, so taking the turn here. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, kind of my review here is it's okay. I mean, it's nice. Like, it's good. Like, you're getting a lot here for the price. The Model 3 has always been, you know, just such a good value for kind of what you're getting versus price here. It is, you're not getting like a whole lot over the top. I would say, you know, the heated seats, the ventilated seats, like those are nice. pseudo premium touches in here that make it stand out a little bit more against some of the competition. But the main things that you're getting here are the great charging network, which is going to become less of a competitive advantage over time as other vehicles get access. But just the integration is definitely a positive here. The software is so good. Yeah, I mean, like the drive is good. It's not by all means like mind blowing or anything like that, but it's not bad, and like there's no noticeable issues here. It's good. Everything here is good. Same with the acceleration too. Like let's pedal all the way down, and yeah, I mean, it's fine. It didn't knock my socks off like plaid would or something like that. Maybe I'm just kind of getting used to it, but it is it's fine. it's not great. It's not horrible. Yeah, the more I'm driving it though, like I think there is something to be said about the noise in here. There's definitely improvements that are translating into here. Now I'm not going directly from being in like an old Model 3 to a new one, so it's a little hard to tell. But like compared to my Model Y, I'm getting a lot less wind noise, a good amount less road noise, kind of being like transferred up from the wheels, and overall, like it's definitely quieter in here. I don't know how much the camera and microphone picked that up, but it's subdued. I can definitely hear the wheels on the road, but I'm not hearing too much outside of that. From other vehicles to wind. It's actually a fairly windy day, but I am not getting much like crosswind sound here at all. So I think they did a good job of improving that. That was one of the complaints I was starting to have with our Model Y is especially like at higher speeds, how much noise you get in the cabin from there. I guess just a couple other things here that you'll notice about a Tesla. Yeah, navigation is definitely quite good, as is like the range estimate down here. At least this one's always been a problem, but sort of like known here. And actually, let's check out. There's a brand new car. What's our? Okay, so 360 watt-hours per mile. That's pretty high, honestly, for 3. But not bad compared to some of the competitors. Of course, you've also got this screen here where you can like specifically direct the current the climate control. You also have voice commands, so you can turn it on and off. I actually want to check out the ventilated seat here and see how that works. That's interesting. You actually have 3 different levels of cooled seat in addition to the 3 levels of heated seat. I've not really seen that in other vehicles before. Rivian only has it's got 3 levels for heated seat, but for the cooled seat, it's either on or off. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it coming up here through the legs. Similar to the Rivian one, like it's definitely more on your bottom area than your back. Yeah, even behind me, I'm not getting a whole lot of ventilated seat. It's definitely coming up through the nether regions, though. All right, so after driving a little bit more here and at speed, noise is okay. Like you do start to notice it a little bit more above like 60, but I definitely think it's better than it was previously. And also weirdly, I am like getting used to the turn signals here. I'm not having to think quite as much about it. Like I know for a fact that if I left this car and came back into it, I would be looking for the stalks for both the turn signal and like the parking thing. But it's not. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That was one problem. I had the wheel turned and I could not find where the button was. So yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, and it just feels like something to me that was changed for the sake of change, not because it actually makes it better. So I don't know. I don't like that. I would look for like a retrofit kit to put the stalks back in here, but I do think you'd get used to it and you'd develop the muscle memory for it after some time with the car. But especially if you've got 2 cars and you're going between this and something that does have a stalk, I think you'd be breaking that muscle memory all the time, and it'd be weird. So yeah, I don't really care for that. All right, so I would say overall, I actually liked my time back in here. Again, this was kind of nice to do, and it makes me miss the Model 3 a little bit. This was such a good like commuting car for me for several years. I do like the Model Y just for space, and it works better for us, as a family car and a kid hauler. But yeah, this is a great one. Like I would highly recommend this for anyone who needs a car for commuting. I'd say like this is probably ideal for a family no larger than like 4 people. but but it works, and yeah, it's nice. I like how it drives, and it's yeah, it's basically like exactly what you would want for driving just back and forth on a daily basis. All right, here we go. Interesting. This is the only car with Florida plates. All the other ones have California plates. All right, let's see how all of these cameras help us with parallel parking here. Oh, that's a pretty big spot. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they definitely do help a lot with that. As does the visualization here. Yeah, it's not bad. Another thing drives me crazy. Like Tesla keeps doing more and more to move away from like, actual sensors and stuff. There's no ultrasonic sensors in here for like distance control. Let me see. Is it going to beep at me? Oh, it actually does. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with our Y. It doesn't do any of this stuff anymore. Doesn't have this visualization. Doesn't beep at you. I don't know. But yeah. So this is just using cameras for everything, which I do not trust as much. I just wish they would, spend the $5 or whatever it is on an ultrasonic sensor, and give you more confidence. But they're not going to listen to me on that. They clearly made up their mind. So it is what it is at this point. All right, so I did just confirm this is the Stealth Gray on here. All right, well, that was quite nice to also be able to charge up the Rivian while we were doing that. Yeah, thanks, Volta. Did not realize that they are now part of Shell Recharge, so that's interesting. But I mean, it did have stuff to like download the app and everything, but I didn't need to do any of that. It just started charging right away, getting 7 kilowatts from it, so not bad. All right, so that was quite cool. I love how Tesla does these demo drives. Don't have to talk to anybody. There's no sales pressure or anything. And just use your app. You come and you're all done. That was awesome. I love doing this. This is how I got to check out the Model X also. So if you're interested, I would definitely recommend doing this as a good way to, even if you're not like all that interested in a Tesla, it's a good way to kind of baseline, one of the most popular EVs out there and do a comparison without, having any like commitment or sales pressure. So definitely recommend. I would love to see more manufacturers doing things this way. I think this is about as good as it can possibly get. Obviously, there's nobody to answer any questions or anything, so you're kind of on your own, but works pretty well. All right, so that is the refreshed Model 3. I think it's nice. I don't think if you're like waiting for one or something, like I don't think it's worth necessarily holding out to wait for this. I mean, it seems like they're pretty much available everywhere anyway, so you're gonna get it. But like, I don't think there's like major updates here. It's just it is a nice little like mid cycle refresh. The ambient lighting is nice, but I think you get over it quickly. Don't like that they got rid of the stalks, especially for the turn signals. But overall, it looks nice. The noise itself is the reductions there are great, and I think they did a good job with that. All right, well, let me know down below what questions you've got, and thanks for coming along with me.